Slide Media, which one of them is the Slide Media right here, aka Slide Media Entertainment, like to say now. This right here is my review on Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Well, I know a lot of people, I've heard different reaction, different views on this. A lot of people are saying like they don't feel like this is good. This movie is good at all, anything like that. I actually liked the movie. Thought it was entertaining. Thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. I one of the few people that did like it. I heard it just had the most biggest drop, the second biggest drop off of any MCU movie following the second weekend. But I thought it was pretty good. And to me, it's probably the best Ant Man movie out of all the Ant Mans because Ant Man 1 was pretty funny. It was good. Ant Man 2 kind of really kind of set it up. To me, Ant Man 2 pretty much set up what was going to happen in Endgame. So Ant Man 2 wasn't that memorable because it was like it came out the same year, Avengers Infinity War. So that to me, Ant Man 2 was just kind of more so like, yeah, it was just kind of like just a setup for what's going to happen in Endgame. But Ant-Man 3 Quantumania, which this is the one that kind of sets up everything, sets up Kang's dynasty, set up all that. And by the way, this is a spoiler review, of course. But I feel like if you haven't seen the movie now, you're probably not gonna see it if you look, especially if you're looking at my channel right now. But this sets up Kang's dynasty, sets up all that stuff. So to me, for sure, like, yeah, this probably is the best one of all of them. Once again, Jonathan Major kills it as he kills it in as Kang. Oh my goodness, he nails this as the villain. Probably one he really seems like he definitely can replace Josh Brolin as like the Thanos of this. It's replace Josh Brolin. How big Thanos was in the MCU. Everybody knows about that. I feel like more for sure. Kang right here, Jonathan Major Kang, he gonna knock it out the park and kill it, man. Boy, he was just a medicine villain. As soon as he was on screen, he had my attention. He pretty much stole the show. Pretty much. Oh man, like I said, I love this movie. I was entertained by it. Definitely a good way to start off. I think it's the first movie I've seen so far this year in 2022 as well. I believe I believe this is the first movie I've seen in 2023. I'm tripping. I believe this is the first movie I've seen in 2023. So man, I like it, man. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I feel like it's a good way to start. The MCU definitely sets up big of what's finna come and what's happening and what's gonna happen. So like I said, I love Ant Man Quantumania. So first of all, I'm getting a story arc. I'm sorry, y'all. Little sleepy. I don't know why, but first off, I'm gonna start off with this. I'm gonna start off with Ant Man Quantumania. Pretty much like the scene first starts off with Janet. With Janet, we see her in the quantum realm, and we see Kang look like he saves her from getting attacked and everything. So I'm gonna skip the parts. I don't want to explain the whole movie and all that because it takes too much time. But I'm gonna get straight to the point. Pretty much, she figures out who he really is. That he's like a scientist from different timelines and everything. And she sees when she helps him build this thing, this pretty much this machine to help him get his powers back and everything. That she sees the future and sees, oh my goodness, this guy's truly dangerous. And we find out, of course, about Kang has different variants of himself and everything and all that. And she says if she feels like she lets him loose or gives him power, he's gonna destroy the quantum realm and all that area and all those people there. So she goes against it, even though he strikes a deal with her, say if you help me to do this, I will get you back to your daughter in time. You could be around your daughter. She chose not to do that because it was the right thing to do, not letting him take over and kill all the people in the planet. So she chose to stay, which is why, of course, she ends up in the quantum realm for like 30 years. So that's why she chose to stay and all. And that starts off the big war. So her and Kang have been battling for the longest and everything. Until, like I said, we saw Ant-Man 2, how Hope and them was able to bring him back and everything. Hope and Hank were able to bring him back. Bring her back. So that's what happens with that. But we, of course, now we see in the movie like Cassie ends up, striking the quantum realm. Of course, that's why she doesn't want Cassie to go and all. And of course, that's how all the rest of them they found about Kang. So Kang always said, "Oh, I'm not the worst out of all of them. If you keep me here," he pretty much says, "If you keep me here, then the more of me will come that are way worse than me." So it's a catch 22 and all. But of course, Ant Man, Scott, Hank, and all of them, pretty much they decide no, they're gonna stop Kang, the one that's right here. We're gonna stop you from destroying this world and all, destroying this quantum area, this quantum planet and everything. Well, I don't know if you call it a planet, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna stop you from destroying this realm and everything and take you down, which they do end up doing and all. But like I said in the movie, like he says, it sticks with you when he says, "Hey, if you kill me, there'll be more after me. They're way worse than me if you kill me." So look like it sets up at the end the way it's showing. Like looks like everybody's kind of dressed in Kang's outfit and everything like that. Like and all that has you thinking like, oh man, which is a good ending. Has you thinking like he killed them, but at what cost? So to me, like I said, it seems like Ant-Man was responsible for saving the Avengers in Endgame, but like what he does here in the quantum realm in Ant-Man Quantumania will be the reason why what happens with the Avengers will cause the problem that happens with the Avengers in Kang Dynasty, which I can't wait, which is starting like an all-star kind of lineup. We find out Namor is going to be in this movie. Spider-Man's supposed to lead the Avengers in this movie, so man, it looks pretty good and all. But I love this movie. Definitely entertained by it. But that's pretty much the premise of this. Like I said, they do defeat Kang, but we know something's bigger to come because a more bigger whole bunch of Kang come, which we see in the mid credit scene. We see there's a bunch of Kangs coming. They're all coming to destroy and take off the world. Because they said, oh, he's dead. The one they didn't like, they exiled him and all because he was supposed to be. He wasn't as worse as the rest of them are. That's the only thing. That's one thing too. How he ended up in the quantum world. Kang was exiled from the rest of them. But like we see, more of them are coming in. It looks like they're gonna be way worse than the one we see in Ant Man. The Kang we see right here in Ant Man. Ooh, but this probably is the best version. Definitely way better, of course, than the Loki version. This version of Kang was way more menacing and everything. So now, so now in the second, so now in the other end credits, and we see the hint, the preview that's gonna happen in Loki season 2 when they're looking at Kang and they're saying he doesn't look so menacing as being as just regular doctor. Not. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Oh man, sorry y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about this, y'all. But as we see in this in Loki season 2, we'll see the more of the origin of Kang. We saw a little bit of Ant-Man Quantumania, but that was more so about Janet's origin, how her and Kang had beef, and of course how she helped him get powerful as he was. But I think for sure in Loki season 2, I don't know when it is because it finally just got delayed to Loki season 2. But in Loki season 2, we see more and more of the origin of Kang, how he probably gets all these variants, how he gets powerful and everything. That's why I'm very excited about Loki season 2. But we don't know when it's coming because they just delayed it again, so we'll see when that comes. But yeah, like I said, good movie, Ant-Man Quantumania. I give this movie definitely a 7 out of 10. Might be half on list for some people, but I give it a 7 out of 10 and all that. It's definitely not bad. I would say 6 out of 10. I'm not gonna go that low because just Jonathan Majors Kang really once he steps in on the scene in this movie, you're just like wow and all that because is the build up, the leads and everything to get to him and get to his character is just phenomenal. So that's why I give this movie a 7 out of 10. Definitely the best Ant-Man movie in the franchise. I put it definitely in the middle part of the Marvel movies, kind of up there with the Guardians of the Galaxy 2s and everything. Probably like not the top tier Marvel movies, but like I said, the low end. Probably Marvel movies for sure, for sure. With the Black Widow, stuff like that. Like Black Widow to me is not a terrible movie, but it's not like I said one of the top ones and everything. So I put Black Widow and Ant-Man Quantumania, I put them in the same category. So, but definitely entertaining movie. I loved it. If you're definitely a Marvel fan, you definitely should check it out. Definitely go see it. If not, it's overall a good fun film as well and all that. But I know with Marvel movies, you kind of have to be more familiar with the film and what's going on to understand it. With this, I don't know if you really need necessarily to have seen a Marvel movie before to even check this movie out. That's how I know it's a good movie. You don't have to really be a Marvel fan to check out Ant-Man Quantumania. That's how good a movie is to me. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like I always say, if you like the content, please don't hesitate to look at the subscribe button. This is one on Mr. Sly Media right here. Like I said, the Sly Media Entertainment channel. Like I said, I'm going to keep on doing this, keep on putting videos. Stay tuned for me next because right after this, I'm going to do a video on Bel Air. Y'all stay tuned for that. I'm going to do my review on Bel Air. I'm a big fan of the series. I was a big fan of the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and I'm loving this Bel Air TV series. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to do my review on Bel Air. Y'all have a good night. Be safe for yet. This is my review on Ant-Man Quantumania.